You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 13th, 2022 meeting of the Michigan City Commission on the Social Status of African American Males. You can find more information on this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Okay, we're gonna call to order. This is Michigan City Commission on Social Status African American Males meeting. And now the time is 12:05. So we will start the meeting with reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you everyone for being here today. And we'd like to have everybody, someone do a roll call of the members here today.
Ms. Williams is online.
Hello. You recall what Anthony's testing was?
Are you there, Ms. Williams?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you do a roll call for us?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I'm here. Present.
No, we're asking you to do the roll call.
I'll do it, Commissioner.
Okay, we'll hand it down to Ms. Belinda.
Commissioner Cox.
Present. Oh, that was Stacy. I'm sorry,
Commissioner
Stacy.
Conley. Present. Commissioner Moore. Present. Commissioner Carroll.
Present.
Commissioner Fly.
Present.
Commissioner Lee. Present. Commissioner Benning, present. Commissioner McCormick.
Present.
Commissioner Millsap. Commissioner Millsap. He is on.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Hogan.
Present.
Commissioner Williams.
Present.
We have 11 present. That makes a quorum.
Okay, that's great. We got it going on today. We're going to read the mission statement. Can I delegate Mr. McCormick to read the mission statement for us today? Should have been on the email. Neither one of you guys have it? Okay, I'll read the mission statement. I have it on the email here. Give me just 1 second. Okay, the mission statement of the social status of African American males. The mission of Indiana Commission on the Social Status of Black Males is to study the social conditions of the state's Black male population, develop strategies to remedy or assist in remedying serious adversities, and make recommendations to improve the educational, social, economic, employment, and the other circumstances for Hoosiers. The commission serves policymakers and public interest groups, as well as media, community organizations, and members of the general public. That is the mission statement of the Michigan City Commission of Social Status of African American Males. And after that mission statement, if we can get the meeting minutes approved, is that with Ms. Williams also?
Did she?
I sent it through the to everybody's email.
Okay, do we have any objections to the
Mr.
minutes
Chair.
that was sent?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
there's a correction on the minutes. I was present at the last meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, there's a correction being made to the minutes that you wasn't present.
I was.
Oh, you was present, okay.
Yeah, they had me down as absent.
With that being said, I'll move that we approve the minutes with the necessary corrections.
I second that.
Do we need to take a vote on that? All right, well, let's take a vote. Who want to approve the minutes? We start off towards the backside. What you doing, Ms. Scott? You approve minutes?
Absolutely.
All right. I've never met you before.
Conley?
Conley, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ms. Carroll?
Yes.
Myself, yes.
Commissioner Lee, yes.
Ms. Benny?
I didn't receive them, so I
Oh, you
abstained. No.
abstain?
Yay.
Okay, with,
Commissioner Millsap, yes, with the correction.
Commissioner Hogan, yes.
okay, it seems
Commissioner
as if,
Williams, correction. Commissioner Williams, yes, with correction.
okay, it seems like we passed with one abstain. We'll go to the next part of the treasurer's report. Can we, treasurer, give a treasurer's report if they have one?
Yes, I emailed the June 2022 Treasurer's Report to everyone. You should have received it. We have an ending balance for June 2022 of $2,098.92.
Motion to accept the treasurer report.
Second,
Okay, we want to vote on most, accepting the treasury report, or can we all just get on past this and accept it?
All in favor?
Yay.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, we'll start off on the agenda with new business, but before we do that, I'm going to take vice presidential privilege right now and address some issues that need to be addressed. Right out the gate, we got to understand what we're here for and why our purpose is here for. So if you give me a second, I'll probably take 2 minutes of your time, if that. First off, we are here to serve this board without chaos, without animosity, without bias, without any ulterior motives. We're supposed to come in here level-headed with a goal to be established. I also want to address that everyone that's on this board is basically brand new on this board. I have noticed the last meeting, I didn't even come because I played hooky on that meeting, because I seen there was a lot of controversy going on deliberately, and it didn't make sense to me. We were being attacked by why this board and what this board is doing and why are we here for. And the majority of everybody on this board is brand new. So obviously those questions doesn't exist with us. We need to try to move forward together, try to work together, put things in position together. Anything that's in the past and what this board has done has almost nothing to do with us. We are all new on this board and learning together. When we make a mistake, we should help one another, not ridicule each other, not banter each other and pander each other. You know, myself, this is my first time taking privilege of running this board as a chair. A couple of times I felt like I just wasn't ready for it, but I know this is my position. I can do it without with my eyes closed.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just time for me to step up. And I'm going to step up, and I'm telling you, I'm running this meeting the right way. We will not get out into contradictions. If we do get into contradictions, it's cool to agree to disagree. And I noticed when I watched the meeting last time, the victimization attitude that's going on this board, it needs to stop. There's no victims on this board. I noticed a board member present that she spoke 46 seconds. I did the timing. It was 3 minutes and 46 seconds. It was actually 46 seconds over. So what we would do here is we're going to continue this meeting, but we're going to continue it cordially. We're going to continue it with love and peace and honor. And if someone is making a mistake, which I might make one because this is my first time chairing, don't ridicule me. Help me. Help one another. That's what we're here for. Obviously, this board has a lot of women on this board. I wanted to make the suggestion of, I wonder how many men has applied for the Women's Commission Board. This board has been overtaken by majority of women. I'm not anti-women. I love women. I respect them to the fullest. They're queens, the princesses. But I want to understand something. The social status of African-American males, that goes for males, but we don't execute women. So the women shouldn't execute us men, very few that are still here. So let's understand why we're here and our purpose. We can continue on with the meeting. We have new business. That was presidential privilege. We can let that go. No rebuttal to that. New business is discussion of goal for the remainder of 22. Anybody want to take first conversation on that topic? Goals for the remainder of 2022.
Mr. Fly.
Yes, sir.
President. I think it's just important for us to continue to move forward. We've done a lot of good things. We came a long way.
Yeah.
Our people are turning in subcommittee reports that has not been done ever. And we've done a lot of good things here. And I think moving forward, we need to have a goal to make sure that by next year, when the next members come on this board, that we are turning in our report to the city council and to the mayor for our annual report. That has only been done once in the last 15 years. We cannot drop the ball on that. And I think I encourage everyone to continue to meet with your subcommittees and keep doing what we're doing. Things are going to get better. As far as I'm concerned, things are great right now. I love working with everybody here. I have disagreements, but we'll discuss that at another time. I think we should just keep moving forward and stand together and come up with solutions and not quit pointing out problems. Thank you.
Mr. President, it's good to be back for one thing.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I was out sick. Didn't know if I was coming back, but I'm here. Thank you for those words because this board back then, we needed those words and we didn't heed to those words. And I think now that we have a newer board and we're refreshed, and we ought to not only hear it, but receive it and begin to do it. And I'm just glad to be back. Thank you.
Good job, brother. Good to have you back, Mr. Curl. That's a blessing.
Yes.
I was telling the board, keeping them up to date like you were telling me.
Thank you.
That you wasn't going to be here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, I guess since everyone had a good opportunity to speak freely, I guess we'll give everybody else opportunity to if you want.
Excuse me, Commissioner Fly?
Yes.
Commissioner Fly?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Commissioner Webb. As one of the goals, one of the things that, as the secretary, Commissioner McCormick was talking about the report, one of the things that I would like to do is, I know the reports have to be in by March of next year. I will be giving notice in December, just so everybody can make sure that they have them ready. And again, in January. And so I would like that, everybody could start have them ready no later than the end of January. That way we'll make sure that they're in.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Williams.
Mr. President, may I say something to what Ms. Williams said?
Yes, you can.
I think it's very important, Ms. Williams, being our secretary, that that a lot of us are, I think it's a few of our seats that will be up before December. So I think that it'd be more important to get the notice out a little bit sooner than December and already have the outline laid out for what we hoping for this, the council, the city council and the mayor to office to do prior to that, because a lot of people will be leaving on the first of the year. So we don't want to get caught behind the 8 ball again like we did last year.
Thank you, Ms. McCormick, for pointing that out, brother.
Commissioner
Okay,
Fly.
thank you. Can
Go
I
ahead,
just-
Mr. Hogan, I hear you.
Okay, well, what
I'm
I'll
sorry, go
do
ahead,
is-
Ms. Williams.
What I'll do is, I'm sorry. So what I'll do is I'll find out, all the seats that is going to be open, and then definitely have that ready before then,
Thank
for
you.
December.
Okay, well, did you have something to say, Commissioner Hogan?
I did, thank you, Vice President.
Well,
I listened to last month's meeting and I absorbed what you guys said, and we have half a year left. And I guess I was just hoping that we could find one thing that we could push together for collectively that we can present. I mean, we don't have to make that decision right now. It's either something that we can talk about further as the month goes on, but I would like us to be able to use this next half a year to try to push forward with a goal that we can effectively change, affect change in some way. I don't know what that is, if I'm being candid with you, but it is something that we can discuss,
okay, Commissioner Hogan, that sounds great. Sounds like a plan.
Thank
Something
you.
we can start looking forward to. I do remember that we did want to do some things with Fly High Youth, and obviously it probably just ran too close, and then it became a conversation of necessity or not. And I do want to just present one object here is we do have to realize that we either can step up to the plate when we're offered to be in participation with other organizations, or we can step down from the plate. I noticed a key word was measurement. Before we can step out into the community and help any kind of persons, Black, males, anybody, we need measurement. My question to myself was, what measurement you need? The height, the shoe size, what does measurement mean? What does it take to get out and get involved in your community when you're offered to a certain organization to become privy to your community, to be noticeable, to even put your sign there, to even have a table saying we're the social status, anything, any little bit that any organization would invite us to, I don't see what would make us want to reject that invitation when we have basically never done them things ever. And that would only be a start. Now, the measurement, if you want to get into the numbers of measurement, what exactly is we measuring? There's nothing to measure but to get out there and do it. That's what we will measure, getting out there and do it and making it make sense. We had at that gathering, the whole community. We had a 3-on-3 up there. Every little Black male possible was there. That was a perfect opportunity that was missed because of a measurement. But as we say, we must continue on and look forward. This is not to bring back old heartful or attacks. I just need to make that understood that every time we do something, we do not need to sit here and start thinking about a measurement first. How about we get out there and do it, and then we think about a measurement? Okay, anybody else have anything to say? We can go on to the goals for the remainder of 2022 and then go to section B of Back to School Rally. We'll give it the first speaking to Mr. McCormick, since we'll start from the left to right, if that's cool.
On the back to school rally?
No, we can go for the goals for remainder of 22.
Oh, well, we already.
That was part of it right there?
Spoke, but I just want to say one thing, if I may. I didn't miss nothing, Mr. Fly.
Oh, yeah.
I was there, baby.
Some of them, yeah.
I was there. It was a lot of
you
people.
and Miss Benny.
There was a lot of people.
Liaison.
Yes.
Yes,
John
sir.
Lake, it was a lot of people who showed up. And I
Yes.
just want to say thank you.
Would you like to include something, Miss Benny? I mean, Commissioner Benny.
No,
Queen of the universe.
as far as the your event, the Fly High Youth event, it was a very beautiful event. I feel that there was a lot of representation there, and I just encourage you to keep moving onward and upward with that.
Thank you
really
very
nice.
much, Miss Benny. Commissioner Benny. Would like to just say Queen. We can pass the mic down to the next commissioner, Ms. Belinda.
So, Commissioner Lee, As part of one of the things that for the goals for the remainder of 2022, I know that in the past, and also there's an opportunity coming forward for the state commission. They're offering a conference in October. Now, that conference, it's in order to get people involved with the conference, there will be a cost for transportation because the conference, of course, is in Indianapolis. And so, that may be an idea that this commission would like to get behind and perhaps work towards fundraising. And if that would be something that we would like to do as a commission. And then secondly, there are, so once again, measurement. Yes, I am the person who continues to say measured things. And the reason I say measured things is that, yes, we should get involved and then we should do a report to see how we fulfilled our mission statement for this community. And I saw on Facebook the Fly High Youth event was a beautiful event and there were a lot of representations. And we talk about that there was an opportunity for us to be involved. And absolutely there was an opportunity for us to be involved.
May I pause your statement for a second, not to cut you off, and you can continue. I will have delegated down to Mr. McCormick to continue the presidency right now and the chair. I have an obligation. I'll be right back.
And it is important that we do continue to have our presence in the community. And so I don't know, because once again, we spoke that many of us are new to this commission. Is there banners? Does the commission currently have banners that are printed? Do we have, tents or whatever as part of our commission? So when we do go out, our presence can be made known with those banners, our presence in a tent with, members of this commission being present there. And so those are some questions that I have because I do not know the answer to them. But it's important that we continue to work together towards our goals and dreams, whatever they may be. And I do want to offer an apology to this commission because it seems that some of the questions that I've asked have made people uncomfortable. And
excuse me, I think that we can address that at the commissioners roundtable. We don't need to go into that right now. Everything you said was well taken and we appreciate it, but I think we need to move forward and give everybody a chance to speak on this, what they want to see as far as our goals for the remainder of this year. If there's anybody else, Mr. Cox, Ms. Connolly, Ms. Moore?
Yes, when the social factors, when we met, we talked about possibly having some forums for the young men, to set up some forums for the young men. So I would like to put that in as a goal for us. Forum, F-O-U-R-M-S, workshops. Yeah, we had talked about having, right, having some type of workshops for young men, kind of splitting it up according to their ages, maybe having one for maybe the younger ones in elementary school. We said middle school and high school was our target. So we hadn't finished setting those up, but I would like to add that to our goal.
I just hope you stay encouraged with your subcommittee and get everything you want to get done through your subcommittee and your members that's on your committee and keep it going. Mr. Carroll, Commissioner Carroll, is there anything you would like to see, any goals for the remainder of this year? What goals you like to see? Can you speak into the mic, Mr. Cox, please?
Absolutely. Excuse me, but Ms. Belinda raised a question as to whether or not we have any banners or advertisement for the organization.
No, we don't have, as I know, we don't have any banners before I turn it back over to the president. But no, we don't have, but one banner we do have that we carry with us every day is ourselves.
Absolutely.
You can stand for yourself. We had a lot of things going on in the last month, and you are the banner. People don't care about the banner or tent. A lot of people know you, all of us.
Yeah.
It's what we do and how we present ourselves and what we're willing to do. We can talk all the good talk we want to, but at the end of the day, you have to get out and do something and show up. So, anybody online wants that?
When it came by me, I think I was just expressing my participation and attendance with your event. But as far as the goals, one of the things I know in the subcommittee that I'm on, the Criminal Justice Committee, we have some things, we make our reports monthly, and we have some things in the works. I don't want to really expose those things right now, but there are some really good and exciting things that we have in the works. And they're going to come to fruition very soon. So those are the things that we'll be able to share with you all. But the Criminal Justice Subcommittee, because you're only going to get out of something what you put into it. And so we are working very effortlessly to do some things as far as our subcommittee. So those will be forthcoming real soon.
Thank you, Commissioner Benny. I did want to include, since I had to leave out urgently and interrupted you, or whatever you want to call it. I did want to say with the Criminal Justice Subcommittee, I've been on the Social Status Board for maybe, I almost want to say going on 3 years. Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
And then before I even got on the board, I was coming all willingly by myself without even being a board member for a year. So that lets you know that I'm not, I don't care about the microphone or being on camera or being able to get my name out there. That's far from my goal. Criminal justice is meeting. They done met with the police, the chief. Now, over them years I've been out here, we was going crazy. Like, when is we gonna have a subcommittee meeting? Subcommittee meeting. You know, it was a big issue. And I even kind of made everyone feel some type of way because I put it right in their face. And then them guys got on the subcommittee and it was the president and Ms. McCormick and Ms. Benny, man, they went right at it, tackled it, pow, boom, bam. Even some of the other subcommittees, tackling it, boom, bam. Now, if you notice, before that, we had no subcommittee meetings at all. We would come up here 1 hour and be done to that next month. And no more to that next month. Now, so we were building, and we are still gonna build. I just don't want to get into that turbulence of binking each other, bumping each other, bashing each other. So that's all I want to see for the remainder of the 2022 year. Let's keep it together, be together. Obviously, we're on this board. There's nothing can be done. Mayor got to take you off. I doubt that happened, or whoever put you on, whatever. So we might as well go ahead and make the best out of this. Let's get it. Let's do right.
We have it on. Anyone online want to add anything on Zoom? I'm sorry.
No.
Mr. Millsap?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ms. Williams?
No. I was gone for a minute, so I missed a lot, so no.
All right, Mr. Millsap?
Yes, the state conference, I have an organization that can provide transportation if the commission would like to make reservations for the state conference that Mrs. Lee was making reference to.
Do you know what date that is? The conference, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Lee, I need to take a look at my calendar.
Mr. Hogan, you want to add anything to this?
I'm sorry. The conference is set for October the 18th, Tuesday, October the 18th.
Is that a one-day conference?
It's a one-day event, yes.
We have time. We have time to talk
What
about
day
this.
of the week is that?
A Tuesday.
A Tuesday? Okay. I'll start making preliminary plans just in case we decide to make that decision.
Thank you.
Mr. Commissioner Millsap, will we have to provide gas or any kind of monetary value towards the transportation that you might have available for us?
I will research and get back to you on that.
Do anyone know if the conference is going to be held by Zoom?
Commissioner Lee, so the information for the conference is not on their website at this time. Apparently, the website is supposed to be under review. So the last information that they have posted was from 2 years ago. So it doesn't show if there's going to be an online option or not.
So we reading information from a couple of years ago.
I spoke directly, I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you. I spoke directly to the state president. And so he's saying that they're still under the process, but if there's anyone that wanted to reach out regarding the information, I've made his phone number and from contact information available to all the commissioners.
What's his name? Who you say, the state president?
Yes.
Who is his name? You talking about James Garrett?
Yes.
Oh, talking about James Garrett. Is their commission even in active right now?
Yeah, Indianapolis.
So Indianapolis is a inactive commission.
Oh.
However, please let me finish. However, he is the state president for the entire African American commissions as a whole, not just for the Indianapolis office. And so for clarity, he is over the entire state of Indiana and all the local commissions.
That's great to hear, but I'm sure he doesn't have any detrimental judgment here with us. We make our own decisions and choices. He delegates probably in general where he's at, but where we at, we make our decisions and choices.
So it wasn't to share his information wasn't about him having delegation over this organization. I'm sharing with you about he is the person who has the information for the conference.
Thank you.
That is what I'm saying.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. We have to move on. We don't have much time. I'm sorry for any. Okay, Mr. Hogan, I'm sorry, sir. Can you come in, Commissioner Hogan? I'm sorry about that.
No, man, it's okay. I don't have anything else at this time. Thank you.
Okay, we continue on. If anyone don't have anything else to say, because we do have to move along. We can continue on to the back to school rally, which was a great success last year. We start from the other side and go for Mr. Cox first and jagger it like that.
What are the plans in place now for the back to school rally? Dates and whatever, you have those?
Excuse me, sir?
Do we have dates for the back to school rally?
No, I don't see a date on here.
Miss Tillman's supposed to be here to address that part of it, but I can say from our subcommittee chair for education, it's crucial that everyone knows that school is starting back on the 10th. That's very fast. It's coming up on us, so we need to try to address this and maybe have a special meeting, which we're gonna have anyway. So
I look forward to that then, because I'd like to participate in the back to school rally.
I have the date. The date is Saturday, July the 30th, from 10 till 3.
Location?
Gillfield at Elsa.
What was the
Detroit.
times, please, again?
10 to 3.
July 30th, we dropped the ball somewhat. That's right around the corner, right?
Yes.
So how we gonna gang up our supplies and stuff? I know Fly High Youth last year gave the commission 100 backpacks and 100 supplies to all kind of kids. I think we was handing out toothbrushes and lollipops before Fly High Youth gave some actual book packs and papers. How we gonna hurry up and get something for them kids other than I don't know.
Mr. Hogan, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President and office holders, I think that we should just table this, and we will be calling for a special meeting. I will just let everyone know that we will be calling for a special meeting to be held sometime next week. And we will put this on the agenda so we can be on point on this.
I agree.
If that's okay with everyone else.
Okay, we can move on in the agenda. Anybody else want to speak about the back to school rally? It's over to the next. No comment. Commissioner Fay. No, I got you.
No
I see
comment.
you. I see you. What about you, my brother, Mr. Patrick Curl, my commissioner?
Well, Brother Fly, it's good to see you again.
You too, bro.
And I have nothing more to say, except one thing. Pastors usually do that, you know. So get ready because I'm not done yet. No, I am. When a commissioner is speaking, I think that we ought to let them fulfill their sentence or their conversation, what they're presenting to us, and let it go at that point, and then go on to the next. That's the only thing I have to say.
Sounds like a great thing to do, Ms. Commissioner Carroll. We can go down to Commissioner Lee.
To the back to school rally. I'm sorry. So there was, my understanding, a motion on the floor from Commissioner McCormick to table this.
Just still didn't want to know if you want to say something. I'll give you a second.
No.
Okay, well, obviously this has been tabled.
No one seconded.
Well, we got to vote to table it?
No one seconded.
Oh, no one second. Well, I'll second. Well, I can't second. I'm the chair. So.
Okay, so if we still do have time if there's something that we want to do for the back to school rally. And even though Commissioner McCormick stated that we would probably have a special session. However, I think it's important. We do have funds currently in our treasury. Can we just make a motion on the floor to just perhaps several $100s, and then we go and just buy those things and donate them instead of waiting for whenever the next meeting is going to be? Because as you know, today's the 13th. We have 17 days before the back to school rally. And
hey, sound good to me, Commissioner Lee. I'm with whatever the action. That sounds like action. We can make up for the $700 later down the line for the college funds. That's my thought. You agree with so?
Several hundred, not seven, several hundred.
700.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I yield.
If I may, what I heard Commissioner McCormick say was that there was going to be a special meeting coming up, and that was one of the things that we could put. This, did you say this week or next week?
It'll be next week. We got to
Next
give everybody
week.
48-hour notice.
Okay, so next week, and then at that time, we could be very diligent about going all in. Like you said, we have plenty of time, but I think at that time we can have our minds right to know that we got to do some things. I'm willing to volunteer to go out and help purchase whatever it is. We do have some of the monies. We can purchase some of those things and get all of that done, all the supplies and everything done within a day. So I'm willing to, I know we're gonna discuss it at the special meeting, but I'm willing to volunteer to help assist in all of that. And also the planning part of it.
So I don't know how we go from this. Do we vote on this, or do we just wait to the special meeting, or just wait till Mr. McCormick put in the special meeting notice to the president and we go from there?
I will be doing that with the clerk's office today. As soon as I get out of here, I'm going up to ask for get the special meeting going.
Okay, let's move on down the agenda, guys. Okay, we only have
Mr. Chair.
15 minutes. Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chair.
Yes, sir.
Reference to the special meeting, is there any way that we can go into our minutes and find out what we did for the back to school rally last year, 2021? So we will have an idea going forward.
Well, you don't need to really go to the minutes. I was there. I was all a part of it. I can tell you what we did. We set up a tent. We sat outside. We had some backpacks, school supplies, few cones, few suckers, and we passed them out. That's basically it. You know, there ain't no sense of putting extraneous work on it. That's basically what it was. And the time is coming.
But did we have a dollar amount on how much we spent is the question.
I think Commissioner Hogan had someone that was donating to us and donated a lot of things to us, basically. I'm not sure of the dollar amount.
Okay.
Tillman got all that information.
People just send stuff in, you know.
I'm just trying to keep the meeting going because we still have the commissioner bylaws. We still have the renaming them, you know, and then we still got the subcommittee report. We still got a lot to go.
No worries.
All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. We off the back to school rally. We go to old business, commissioner bylaws. With this section, I wasn't here last meeting, and I didn't watch the meeting over Zoom thoroughly. I just watched what I wanted to watch, to be honest. And so,
if I might, Vice President.
yes.
I know that several of the topics that were added to the agenda were by recommendation of Commissioner, the liaison Tillman. She's not here. I know the back to school rally was something that we could, you know, discuss, but the commissioner's bylaws was something that she added. I'm not sure what her mindset was as far as that being on there, as well as renaming and replacing the minority health partners. So unless those are some urgent things that we need to address, maybe we could table that until.
I move to table those items until special meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Everybody in favor, just say yay or nay.
Aye.
Okay, we'll table that till our liaison come to give us clear understanding of what she want to do to that. Can we go on to the subcommittee assignments? Can we go to the education here?
Yes.
Committee?
Yeah, you up there too.
Oh, I know, right?
Yes. Commissioner McCullough could not be here, but he did want to make sure everyone know, please get your kids registered for school. It's right around the corner, August the 10th. Let's get prepared. Let's get ready.
I'm on the subcommittee of education too. McCormick had knocked me across the head, let me. But with our Fly High Youth Services with education, we will be starting, we never stop. We have our summer program also with our after school program. So we're basically still in rotation, and we have an after school program that we'll be enrolling more kids to also. So if anyone don't find availability to get within the school systems after school, any kind of programming, Fly High Youth Services has availability also. And we're located at 222 McClellan Ave. That's the Hope Agency building. And the Hope Agency building has really been an incubator for the last 6 months or so with different organizations. The NAACP is located there now, a couple churches, I just don't know the name specifically, and Fly High Youth is there also. So they're really making their building and objective and dream of late Becky Williams come true. And I just wanted to give a blessings out to the Hope Agency for providing those space for people to provide for the community. Thank you on that part. Okay, we go to the next part of the subcommittees. If anybody have anything to say about education, we can get it in now.
That's over.
We good? Okay, let's go to health. Is the health persons here? Okay, Rodney McCormick.
I'd like to move to make Commissioner Lee the chair of the health corps of health.
I wish I could second.
Oh, I second it.
I think she'll do a great job. She said she seemed like she got all the input and the knowledge. So I think it'd be a no-brainer not to, to make her the head of that chair.
I agree, Miss Commissioner Lee.
Thank you very much. I accept.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. We all together up in here. All righty then. Okay, let's vote. All in favor? Yay? Yay. Good job, Commissioner Lee. Proud.
Thank you.
Since
Okay.
we're saying that, is there anyone that wants to be the co-chair?
Oh, co-chair.
If not, I guess
I
we can
got
wait.
you. If we can open it up, or we'll get it next time or not.
Right. Okay.
We got 10 minutes. I'm trying to catch us up. Okay, we are on employment now. There's employment here.
Employment, we are planning on a meeting and I'll send out notification.
Great job, Mr. Millsap. Thank you very much. Is that
Thank
all you
you.
have?
Yes, that's all I have for right now.
No problem. Great job. Criminal Justice, she spoke, Ms. Benning and Commissioner Benning, Mr. McCormick, and myself. We spoke a little bit, but maybe she want to come on a little bit more, Ms. Commissioner Benning.
As the co-chair of the Criminal Justice Subcommittee, I did submit the June committee report. One of the updates is that we're asking for LaPorte County Prosecutor John Lake to be placed on the August agenda. Chair Hogan, he has confirmed that he would be willing to come and speak to us. We will allow approximately 15 to 20 minutes for him to come and speak about some of the things that the prosecutor has going on, and also just their role in policing.
Got it.
Thank you. So is that okay?
Yes, yeah, you got it. Thank you.
What's the date for that meeting?
The second Wednesday is tentatively our meeting date.
I'm sorry, he's gonna be a part of this meeting.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
And then we also have pending correspondence to Chief Campbell to speak for an upcoming meeting. Further, last thing I want to say as far as our subcommittee, like I said, we have some very exciting things coming up. They should transpire really soon, and we'll be sharing that. And also our subcommittee will be anticipating within the next week, a special meeting or just a regular subcommittee meeting. Commissioner Cox.
Sound great. Mr. McCormick, Commissioner McCormick, would you like to add anything?
She covered everything. We have a meeting and
when don't she cover everything?
She got it covered.
Commissioner Benning be on it, I promise. Well, we all be on it. We just got to shake it off a little bit, and get ourselves together. Okay, we got social factors. Do we have anyone appointed? Oh, yeah.
Commissioner Moore?
At this,
Williams.
Oh, Williams. Oh, yeah, you're on that committee. All right. Okay. Commissioner Williams, we have social factors. You mind bringing us up to date?
we did not have a meeting this past month, but I will be getting with the rest of the commissioners that are on that committee so that we can have a meeting. So there is no report.
Okay, anybody want to speak on special social factors, just in general? Since we got a couple minutes, maybe Ms. Commissioner Fay or anybody? No? Okay, good job. So looks like we get to the good of the order. Commissioner Roundtable. And to start the good of the order off, I think I want to go and get myself on out the way if y'all don't mind. With the good of the order, I'd like to start it off and say, I know we came a long way. We still got a long way to go. With this commission and this board particularly, it was hard to really figure out what was our goals. I mean, to a certain degree, I think I questioned them when I first became on the board. I used to say, well, what are we doing? What are we? I mean, I had them same objectives at one point in time. And I think a couple other commissioners did too at one point in time. Me, myself, Commissioner McCormick. So I can't just say it was just wrong just to wonder what's going on with us. But now I personally have seen and been involved in change. And I've seen it just for the subcommittees meeting in general was like a big jump. Even with you guys in social factors and you guys subcommittees, it was just a big jump, And so let's keep jumping, let's just keep jumping higher. And myself, I don't have any ulterior motives. I know I didn't come to the last meeting on purpose. I know that. I had an event coming on with Fly High Youth. I didn't want to be in a bad place mentally. I didn't want to have discouragement within my heart, so I passed the meeting up. And we had a spectacular event. So we're going to continue on and go to the next person. Good of the order, I'm done. We got 7 minutes. Next person, and good to the order.
May I?
Mr. McCormick. Commissioner McCormick.
Thank you. For the last couple of years, I've been trying to recruit young individuals, young Black males to come on this board. One of those people that I've really been trying hard because he's a big influence in my life is Nathan Patrick. Nathan came here and spoke to us. Nathan also organized a protest for what happened on Juneteenth, the purposely ignoring a federal holiday by our commissioners. Mr. Patrick is the perfect person to be on this board. But Mr. Patrick was discouraged and don't want to have nothing to do with this board ever again because someone decided to call Shaw Freeman and tell him Nathan's on his way. I say to you, and we're going to discuss more of that at the special meeting, you should resign. You should step off this board. This board is not for you. This board is for the African-American male, not for us to be running around telling and saying things behind each other's back. And then for my name to be brought up in the conversation. And I have no love for Shaw Freeman. For you to even speculate my name and Shaw's name in the same sentence, shame on you. But with all that being said, at some point we got to quit discouraging young Black males. We got to encourage them. We got to put them in here. We need to see more males on this board. And with that being said, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President, I hope that we can draft a letter to all the all the agencies that appoint members, including the city council, the mayor's office, and make sure that they put males first when they're trying to fill these positions. There's no way Nathan Patrick should not have been on this board. With that being said, I just appreciate everybody here. I don't agree with everybody. I'm sure you don't agree with everything I say, but I try to keep everything respectful when we come in this room. Don't push this to a personal level with me. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. I don't need this board. I really don't. It gets very discouraging, some of the comments that I hear being said. It's okay to challenge policies and bylaws and all that's one thing. But to personally attack someone with a lie is another thing. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Commissioner Corn.
I really don't have a lot to say. I just want to say that when I first came on the board, anything I do, I try to do decent and in order. So by coming to this board, I knew that it had experienced a lot of issues in the past from hearsay. And then coming on the board, knowing that it was a lot of new members on here and we're basically starting fresh, I was kind of encouraged that we would basically start fresh with a new, fresh slate. And I know personally, by being on the Criminal Justice Board Commission or subcommittee, knowing that we have an education subcommittee, an employment subcommittee, and the social factors, 4 out of the 5 subcommittees, like Commissioner Fly mentioned, in the past, there were no meetings of these subcommittees. And now 4 out of the 5 subcommittees have been meeting. That's progress right there. That's progress. You can't say anything bad, it's progress. And we are a work in progress. So I just encourage all of us to try to work together and come in with a good mindset, not a defeated mindset, because we know that there's work to be done, and I think we all can do it. That's all.
Thank you for your comments very much.
Commissioner Lee, thank you. I just want to encourage everyone to be involved in the community. And Mr. McCormick had stated that he wants more African-American men to be involved. I think it's important people know that process. So if you want to be a person who sits on boards, maybe people that are listening don't know the process. If you want to sit on boards in the city and the county, there's a form that you can fill out online and present that to the mayor's office. Out of that pool of those information that's presented is how commissioners are chosen to boards. So I think that's important that people know that process. And I do encourage more African-American men to become involved in this commission. It absolutely is important because even though I am a woman and I've raised 6 sons, I'm never going to be a man. And so I appreciate the fact that we do have strong African-American men in this community and who continue to sit on boards and serve and do wonderful things in the community. So I'd like to start there. And then the next thing is I'd like to tell everyone to remember to vote. You can register to vote online since 2010. It has been a state statute that you can actually register to vote online at Vote 411. Remember to vote. Remember to vote. Remember to vote, because that is how we really influence change in our city, our state, our county, and our country. Please remember to vote.
Thank you, Commissioner Lee. I agree.
Can I piggyback? Just give me 1 second with what Commissioner Lee has said. This board is a board that is specified for the social status of African American males. So I too, and I think I made this comment before, to make it clear, it's a privilege to be, as a woman, it's a privilege. We are not entitled. It's a privilege to be on this board. We have 13 commissioners. 7 of those are African American or males on this commission. We have 6 that are females. And I think, to me, that's kind of an overkill. I know we have what we have, but to me, I have a strong opinion that, I'd be willing to step down if there was a male that can come and step on and replace. I'd be willing to step down on this commission. So that's something we need to keep in mind. Like you said, they need to go and fill out the form to be on here, but we need to look around and see, like Nathan Patrick was a perfect candidate. I agree with Mr. McCormick. He was a perfect candidate. But it's a privilege to be on here. It's not an entitlement because we're not men, we're women. So a man can really teach a man and can provide a great influence on another man.
I agree. Thank you, Commissioner Benny. Commissioner Carroll, would you like to do a roundtable?
Yes. I think that whether you are male or female, females are definitely mothers of young African American males, and they have a great input. And I feel honored that they're here. I think they're going to do a good job. And let's not forget they are mothers. And I think that is an important issue to realize. I also understand the fact that a young Black American male would be, African American male would be a good fit on here. Sometimes I even wonder why I'm even here. But you don't know my story, and you don't know the concerns that I have. And if you did, you'd look at me differently. But you don't. Do you? Okay. All right. So you know why I'm here. I have a great concern for our African-American males and females and all people all over. I have my concern. And I'm privileged to be on this board. And I thank you for allowing me to be on this board. But I have been through a lot in my ministry for over 52 years of ministry. And I've seen a lot, and that's why I'm on this board. So thanks again. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Pearl. Sorry, Commissioner Fay.
Yes, first I would like to say that I do count it a privilege to be on this board. Secondly, I would like to say that in the past, there are at least 3 annual reports that should be online about the Social Status Commission of what the commissions have done in the past. And they did annual reports and they are online for people to look at. If not, the city Human Rights Department should have them because we were initially supervised by the Human Rights Department, the Social Status Commission. So they received all of the reports from the Social Status Commission. Secondly, I did not call Sean Freeman, Shaw Freeman. I did not call him. People seem to think I am the one that called him. I did not. I have no reason to lie about that. I did not call him. But I did say that maybe Mr. McCormick had something to do with it. So I did put your name with his name, but I did not call him. And I would not call him. There was no reason for me to do that or anybody else. So I do want to make that clear that I am not the commissioner that called Shaw Freeman and told him about Mr. Patrick coming to the council meeting. And I did have all intention of being there in support of Mr. Patrick at that meeting, but I had personal things that came up and I could not make that meeting. But I did not call him, would not have called him, have no reason to call him. And I have been a strong supporter of the Social Status Commission, will always be a supporter of the Social Status Commission. And I feel that the Social Status Commission of African American Males is a great commission, and I fully cooperate and with anyone and everyone on this commission. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Fay. The next commissioner, I can't need your name one more time.
Conway.
Okay.
Conway.
How you doing, Ms.
Okay, just fine.
Okay, God bless.
Okay, I too think it's a privilege to be on this commission, and I look forward. I've been involved in other community projects and things that goes on with Black people, especially. And I'm all for helping anyone, anywhere that I can to do some things. But I would like to say that I too do not like to be amongst bickering. And I was kind of disturbed by the email or the text that went out a couple of weeks ago, all that back and forth. To me, that's a waste of time and it makes us look bad. And if you have anything against someone, you should just table your personal opinions and just get down to business. And you don't have to like someone, but you should respect each other. And I think that a lot of times I'm a people watcher. And lots of times I see when someone is speaking this eye rolling and that's not necessary. Respect the person who is speaking because we're all here for one common goal. And that is to better the status or the life of Black men. And I'm for that. And I'm here to do whatever I can help to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner.
I'll make this as brief as possible. Very brief. I want to piggyback on what Commissioner McCormick said. I'm sorry that we missed on the brother Patrick. I found the brother to be a brilliant young man. In fact, even to the point that I had him on speaker with my wife. We were on the phone for 30 minutes. What even? We were in the car on speaker. He and I just going back. And why I regret missing him is because at this point in life, I'm an old head. But I came up under old heads. I know how much I fed off of them and how big a benefit it was to me. Hopefully I was a benefit to them too, because it's back and forth. But old heads need those young brothers. So they can feed off us and suck whatever knowledge they can and achieve the accomplishment of not having to bump their heads on the same walls I bumped my heads on, those before me bumped their heads on, you know? I got the knocks and the bumps already. So I'm with you, man. I want to dig them up. We got to dig them up. We got to get them in here. Got to get them under our wings and provide for them and nurture them so they can carry it forward. I'm done.
Thank you, Commissioner. Can I get a motion and motion to adjourn? Oh, we got the, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, someone call it out.
Anyone on Zoom want to add to the round table?
I'm gonna make mine real short and sweet. We are doing good. We're on the move. So let's stop looking behind because we're not going that way. We're going forward. So let's keep it moving.
Agreed.
Let's go.
Mr. Hogan?
I'd just like to make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, we have public comments, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a little, excuse me, man. If that's the case, I don't have anything. Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes. Anything, Mr. Millsap?
Nope.
Public comments. Anyone from public comments? Say your name and your address, please.
This is Tommy Kolovic from 1316 Ohio Street, and I have some what I feel is good news to pass along. The county has a committee where they name bridges throughout the county after distinguished county residents, past or present, or whether they're passed away or whether they're still here with us. And last Wednesday at the county commission meeting, they approved that the Springland Avenue Bridge on that spans Trail Creek that it's going to be dedicated as the Al Whitlow Memorial Bridge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we all knew it. What I'd like to see is more of our bridges named after our distinguished Michigan City residents. I feel we should have a Bob Bear Falls Bridge, like the 400 North Bridge spanning I-94. Bear Falls. We all knew Bear. I mean, he was more than a teacher and a coach and just a friend. To a lot of the students that he coached and taught, I say he was like their dad. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'd like to see the County Line Bridge over County Line Bridge over 94 to be named after Mayor Hatcher. Mayor Hatcher, he was a native of Michigan City.
Yes,
he was the first Black mayor of a city in Indiana in Gary. He was a national figure. Mm-hmm. Even more locally, I'd like to see the E Street Bridge named after Mrs. Laverne Dunlop. We all know she was the first Black female police officer in Michigan City. We all love Laverne. She was a very dear, sweet soul. So I'd like to see, eventually we're going to run out of bridges to name people after.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all your education on everything you do. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Mr.
Chair.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commissioner Carey. Yes, Commissioner Carey. Colgan. Millsap. Sorry,
Mr. Chair. Yeah, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, let's not forget Becky Williams as far as the bridge. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Becky is most definitely in the ballpark. She is number one.
There's a motion and a second on the floor to adjourn.
Motion and second on vote on Sandra. Everybody say yay.
Yay.
All right.
God bless, man.
All right.